Let's see, should be starting. Maybe. Ah, there it is. So, did I hear myself? Yeah, audio works. Yeah, starting a bit early. Just close things. Yeah, it'll be a warm-up at first, still an hour. But it will be the Castelli Race. Ah, Jesus, the controllers behave weirdly sometimes. I want to ride on the same route. I'll do a lap or two there. If I can find it. It's the... I don't think more than an hour. Okay, 1 second, I check quickly on the phone. It was... I don't remember what's the route now. Castelli Race Series, going coastal. So, I think it's in Watopia. Yeah, that's an overall easy. Ah, okay, my source overlay is on already actually on the TV, I noticed. I don't know what wattage does it show there, just see. Okay, let's see. I just quickly set it up before, so let's see if things work. Let's see, I'll do a very light warm-up, or at least a very start. Just checking that everything updates. Yeah, hard for me to see if everything is visible on the actual video, but I think it is. The TV has some kind of weird zoom in effect. I don't see the source taskbar, so to say, on the very top. I'm testing my aero gloves. Yeah, I realized I need to wear some gloves on this. I rewrapped the bar tape, or yeah, a new one, and this is really slippery, the drop part. When the hands are sweaty, I'm almost slipping off. Need some gloves. I will probably have to change it soon. But it's only like this. The beginning of the drop part, it has some different texture and it's really bad. Some cheap Chinese bar tape. Wanted to try the €5 Temu purchases. Ah, I realized I have a problem. Let's change things a little. The draft is over. I mean, the draft, yeah, the position is as planned. I need to see my gear. Most of the time I don't care, I can just... Yeah, how do I get it? Because I cannot... I can make this always smaller. Just actually an update on the... I mean, maybe this is just for me, because the position there will not be affected. The size will. So let me see, how did I now change it? Is it still visible on the TV? Maybe I made it too small. I mean, now I also need the stuff on the top, of course. I guess I will just... I will get rid of the grid. Also, just hide it from the OBS. Yeah. No, just waiting to see it disappear from the... Ah, okay, yeah. If I close it, it actually... Okay, that's fine. Another draft. It's not nice. But that's one of the main things I want. To see that I'm properly positioned. Ah, 1 second, I'll turn on the fan. I'm heating up the room very fast. Blah. That works. Just make sure both of my fans can be turned on. One for the knees and one from the front. Anyway, yeah, so the draft. I'm thinking if I should move it to the right. Because I don't care about hiding the power up. It's moving very slowly. I'm moving to the keyboard. Yeah, the delay is quite a lot. Over 20 seconds. There. What am I? I'm seeing on the map this black dot. Let's catch up a little. I should also think actually how to position the camera. I notice when I sprint, it's just showing my scalp. Oh yeah, let's see. Just checking how many people are actually joining this. So far, 5, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's see how it goes. This is a sprinter's map route, definitely. And yeah, that's something I haven't really trained lately. In the last race from Monday especially. Like the effort that I had done until then, I had practically no legs left for sprint. And if this goes to a sprint, I have to get at least close to 1,000. I just have to be ride wisely, draft whenever possible. So yeah, the route is what? 18.7 kilometers. Only 69 meters of climb. Not even sure where it actually is. Actually, let's see, I want to change here one thing. Let's try that way. I put the climb profile to 100% on the source. Some bit of sound coming from somewhere. Not exactly sure where. Now it's an hour away. This will be a long cooldown. Warm up. Probably even too much. I was expecting I'll have some technical challenges, but it seems that everything worked. But I absolutely still have to figure out a nice layout for the sauce. This is now just slapped on. Looks quite ugly. Hopefully we get a bit more people. Would be nice to get at least 10. Yeah, yesterday's workout was quite brutal. I'm quite happy with anaerobic training always. So 2-3 minutes and such is totally fine. But 12 minutes is something, like 12 minutes at a bit over threshold is already, it's quite heavy. I had it yesterday after 4 FRC segments at 420, I don't remember what was it, and then at 315, well, practically Zwift FTP level. The first one I did fully, second one I did halfway through and just dropped it to 300. Mostly it's just pain management. It gets so uncomfortable after a while. But I really think that's where in the beginning still biggest gains come from. I think people can just do so much more than they actually think. It's just really easy to stay in the comfortable zone. 6 people. French guy, private, no information. But I don't know my chances. I mean, with the current group, I think it would be, yeah, well, there's a few quite good chances to be in the podium. Based on a bit of spying I did. Especially this is no big climbs. But it all depends how people push the pace. Yeah, I don't remember this route in general. I know I've done it many times, but my go-to for all the training is Tempus Fugit. No climb practically at all. The main thing is once you have done it enough, you get really good comparison data for everything you do, and which you kind of mess up if you go to hills, like speeds and everything. Even though it's virtual speed, it's still, as long as you use the same bike and everything. Well, so okay, speed is not good ever. It depends how many people you have around you. I think a while ago I did I don't remember, was it a 2 or 3 hour long ride with the average speed was close to 40. I just had a group all the time. Probably 2 hours something, right? But alone, for me to go 40 plus, I have to push hard. Not sustainable for too long. Yeah, usually, as soon as I'm done the amount of warm-up I usually do for the training, it's always 20 minutes. Sometimes I feel it's not quite enough, but most of the time it's fine. But yeah, a few rides I've had where, yeah, I think like after the first heavy segment, which starts usually at the 20-minute mark, only after that I feel that I've been like at my peak. So the first effort has been then very heavy. But it varies. This time I prepared with coffee and the beta-alanine, and that's prickling my skin everywhere right now. It's always a bit weird feeling. So what is actually the target time for this? I saw it somewhere, something under 25. I'm not sure. And if the group goes fast, then it will be pretty good. Since this is so flat. But yeah, for the group to go fast, you have to have also quite a lot of people. Now we are 7. A Brit joined. B category. Yeah, I still haven't managed to get to the B category. Like few kilos of weight loss still. And well, I have to get a new 20-minute power for sure. I don't have I have some 270 something from some group ride, because most of I don't have almost any training for exactly 20-minute power. When I did sweet spot and such, I had it always, but I think the sweet spot was at 260 or something. So I haven't had any all in 20 minutes. Also likely from this there won't be. All in 20 minutes comes only from climbing. Have to do some climbing race. And I don't want to. That's extremely taxing. Yeah, these groups information is actually nice because you see the speeds as well. I don't think I ever used it. I think on the old laptop I had a bit smaller resolution maybe. I couldn't exactly fit it nicely. Oh yeah. 8 kilometers left. Bit under. Yeah, definitely getting sweat on. Let's do the sprint. 808 watts. I haven't checked at all where you get here the power-ups. Do you get it at these sprints or? Yeah. I mean, here you want sprint power-up for sure. Though draft is not bad either. So somewhere here is the final climb. Ah, okay, that's not long. But yeah, breakaway chance for sure. Problem is if it has been like 300 plus watts until here, there is so little to push anymore. But it's short enough and shallow, so it should be fine. Yeah, no 90-day PRs here it seems. Been a long time. But yeah, that's a problem. If you get sucked into training a lot, it's hard to find proper time for the races. Because races are too short generally for any proper workout, and usually I don't feel like doing anything after the race. It's mentally exhausting. It should be still 20 meters of climb overall, but it probably just is tiny. 1-2 meters up the road. here. Really, I can really easily make my heart rate climb up without really increasing the effort. Just visualizing the race is usually enough. Like this test I do every month, where I do my 15-second, 3-minute and 12-minute efforts. I think it was for the 3-minute effort. So it's 20-minute warm-up or 20 something, then the 15-second, and then you have 10-minute cooldown, and then it's 3-minute. And I think my heart rate went normally down after the sprint, but then like a minute before the 3-minute effort, I was hyping myself up so much. I had my heart rate at 160 while I was pedaling like at 160 or 150. I was really trying to recover as much as possible, and the heart rate just climbed, and then there was not enough time to calm down. But it doesn't really affect much. Once you start the effort, at least for me, it's 5 seconds and I'm at 160 anyway. 13 more minutes until the race opens actually. So at this pace it'll be around 30 minutes for this route. But this is of no effort really. I can go slower, but yeah. I think overall my heart rate is never under 120 while riding on Zwift. Oh, maybe I should change the back wheel, wheels in general, to the legal disc. I haven't actually checked how the new NV compares to the previously fastest wheel. I'm using the NVs now, but yeah. Let's check, is there any updates? Still 7. One category below there is more, but yeah, cannot write there. I should have ridden one D race when my race results expired. So briefly I was at low 300. It's also I think 5-minute power record had expired as well. I don't think I had even 300 watts at the 5-minute at that point. No, it's 360 something. Still not my all-time best, but I would have to get it over, good amount over 400. That would be decent. It has an uphill sprint actually at the end. Okay, so this is 350 meter mark. But it will probably take off here pretty much. It's not steep at all, but it will slow me down for sure. Okay. Oh, I still have 2 kilometers to go. I guess there is the neutral zone which was missing from this. Yeah, in Zwift, the neutral zone is the most aggressive one, where no one is holding back. Yeah, I'll ride until I get a pop-up for the event. I'll go sit there and do very, very light cycling. No, and lose some cycling stats. Missing kilometers. Yeah, I hope it at least heavy enough race that it gives me a new 20-minute PR. "90-day PR, not all time." I think the all time might still be from the Wen top, which is exactly 30-minute climb effort during the Zwift Academy. And that was over 300 watts, maybe 315. Yeah, I haven't prepared at all this time, the Zwift power or anything. Would have time, but yeah, I'll ignore it. I don't want to create any pressure, extra pressure for myself. Better not to know who you race. Yeah, next time I have to start a bit later. It's a bit long to do 1 hour warm-up. Some colour from my knees. Another thing I want to somehow figure out still. Zwift now supports the core body temp, but I have no idea how to link it. I have it enabled in the settings, and I have it on. It's recording in the phone, but how to link it to Zwift? No clue. I have not googled. Okay, I was hoping it turns. I don't want to go up the hill. Get some super draft once I reach the drafting range. What about now? Ooh, I am sweating. Ripping down. Two minutes, I think. Let's give some kudos. Final minute. Okay. There it is. Now it also spin down fully. Maybe it'll do a calibration. Let's go.
pedal at gear number 1.
It's quite hard. It's so little resistance that even to control it, it's almost impossible.
Okay, the timer shows in the front.
Yeah, they're gonna do a light.
This is fine.
Now there's barely any resistance, then I can hear the sound. Maybe it's just...
Not sure.
I have to wax or loop the chain soon, I guess. Not that long since I did it, but I ride a lot, so I have to do it quite often. Switching water to the one with the electrolytes. And ice cold. Added some ice cubes in it.
Okay. Oh, it's sweaty.
So let's check in the meanwhile, as there's literally no one here.
1 second, I will hide the source for myself since I don't see anything.
Right. So I have these here. Let me just Google it on the phone to enable. Zwift. Pair your heart rate monitor to the sensor via core app, and then pair the heart rate monitor to Zwift. But that's what I have.
For sure.
But, I mean, one thing for sure. Currently I'm using the Victory. Probably this one. I mean, this one, actually. Let's see if it gets anything out of it. No signal. Uh-huh. Okay, I mean, I don't see anything yet, but okay, nope. Let me see that it's actually recording. I mean, it's a bit touchy. Okay. Okay. Receiving live data. Okay, I can just share it. No compatibility modes. Yeah, here I do see current temperature is 38.1 and heat strain, well, 1.6. That is the current one. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it'll show up after race starts. It's a cool device, but it's a bit of a challenging
To use.
I mean, challenging as in it sometimes simply decides to turn off, kind of. It works fine outdoors, but indoors it's weird.
Okay, at least. So far, no changes. Yeah. Let's see. If it shows up, it shows up.
I'll do without trainer difficulty. No need to think about the climb at all, even though it's few meters. Shouldn't make a big difference in this, but
Yeah, it's a bit unclear.
because it's quite hard to troubleshoot. There is, I guess, nothing you can do really to know that it's not connected. By the way, maybe I have to, just in case, also check for a backup races. I mean, if no one joined, I don't want to do this alone, so I will just join something that happens immediately after this or at the same time. That is. I mean, we should have 8 people right now, but there's 9 people even. There's always a couple of no-shows. Yeah, no one I know. Some younger guys. But let's see, so what would in theory be an alternative in worst case? Don't think I will do the Epic Racing Club, nope. Not without the proper preparation. There's the Bell Lap. Sprint Series Race 1. I don't like Rooftop Rendezvous, that's horrible. A Volcano Circuit. That's quite heavy, but that's quite nice. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I will do this. Should be, otherwise I will just join. Whatever. Let's have the hopes up.
Oh, people joining. Let's grab the energy as well.
Oh, I can see my shadow in the green screen, just noticed. Oh, I have also a jet black jersey on. I think that came with the last patch, or maybe it was yesterday already. Automatic unlocks if you own the device. If anyone has written anything in the Discord, since I'm not really, I don't have any way to see the chat. I haven't enabled it now. No. it should actually already count the energy consumption in this, because you are producing power. That's all that matters. You can ignore the average power, of course, but yeah. Let me check briefly. I still have on my stream deck some buttons. Do they work? What happens? Oh, I have to check actually on the OBS to see what happens. Oh, it does work. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a really huge delay. It's... Yeah, now I see it changing on the TV. Be right back window. Or overlay. Yeah, in the Zwift Racing app actually, after the race on Monday, because it was too short, it made me a very interesting phenotype, and I have like yeah, the offset score almost plus 300 for hilly routes, which would be very, very bad for me. I would be a Sapphire in the Velo rank. Now I'm around halfway through Platinum, I think. Not totally sure. But yeah, I think I should be able to reach Amethyst. Either, well, obviously just by racing. If you choose your races carefully, you can always climb in the ranking, of course. And the Zwift Racing score, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, it's a bit similar there, of course. But, well, yes, there you should join only tiny races. Tiny as in a few people. Because I think the algorithm is a bit buggy in that case. You get relatively a lot of points for minor placements, while in the huge group you might get plus a couple of points, even if you are like top 10 out of hundreds of riders. Like, yeah, they did some reset after the Monday race, because at first I think I was +4 from my 8th position out of the 300. Out of 100 something, yeah. And I was predicted 21st or something. So I beat my prediction and so on, and was +4. And yeah, I was literally within 500 milliseconds from the fourth position. I think third position was second away. I still think I could have done better there. I don't know how I feel like I gave up a bit in the end. But yeah, it's always easy to afterwards speculate, because at that moment I'm sure I didn't feel like I could push any harder. But usually I estimate a bit like how fast I recover from it, whether I think I should have been able to push more. Still no other people. And one guy joined briefly, I guess just to set a spot, and went to warm up. I feel like the ice cold water is upsetting my stomach. After a short rest, but got some warmer water.
maybe this weekend will be the last nice outdoor rides. I think forecast for tomorrow is pretty nice. Sunshine and 18. Generally temperature doesn't matter for me too much, but I really hate riding if it's rainy at all. I don't like it. The rain just makes me miserable. Even though now I have the bike, I can ride in the rain, where all the parts are much cheaper. Doesn't cost a fortune to fix or replace the cassette or the chainring ruined by riding in bad weather and not treating the bike properly. Minutes. So, what is exactly the difference? 30. Okay, 18 seconds. So, not that much. But yeah, I think this time I started the stream with kind of the default profile or the scheduled stream. I don't know, it's a bit different. The stream deck button didn't seem to work with it. I have to still go to OBS to start it separately. It would be nice to have it so easy that all I do is press the button on the stream deck to start it. Someone joins. Let's see the participant list. It was 9 already earlier. Now it's 10. Still no one I know. Quite a few B group riders. Yeah, if I would lose a few kilos, I think I would be automatic and the B. If I lose 20 kilos, I would win A. It's still my goal. I like to see the stats increase. Oh, that reminds me, Strava. They added now also kind of a power rating, which was quite cool to see. It gives you a rank for your sprinting, attacking, and climbing. I think it was those 3. Yeah, for sprinting I got a semi-pro, which I don't quite agree with, but yeah. I think in isolation I can do pretty good sprint, but I have really big trouble actually executing that in a race, at the end of a heavy race. And with the last 8-week stats, the rest were the elite. No. It was, yeah, they must be 100 the elite, because with the 90-day, the other one, the attacker, or yeah, I think the attacker was also elite and a tiny bit away from the semi-pro, and the climbing is the worst. I mean, at my weight, you cannot be successful at the long sustained climb. It just is impossible. I mean, 90 kilos, yeah, you could do something, but yeah, it would require then an actual pro level power. Being able to output 450 for the 20 minutes or something. So, who joined? The French guy, C group, base group. He's a younger guy. Let's see. Quick spying action. Okay, okay, that's a good example of a race. Oh, yeah. I should have a good chance, I think. Now let's see. Stage 3, the end of the race. Yeah, I should have a good chance. I'm not sure if he has like any. If he can sustain like 300 watts. Might be a bit too much. But yeah, I'll go with the group. I will, unless the group is really slow, then I will just halfway through increase the pace, but otherwise I will stick to the group. The British guy joined. I think he was stronger. Yeah, this is much stronger. Will be a potentially heavy race against him. So let's start the mind games. What do we write in the chat? Full gas. And 150 watts. Just messing with people. Alan Cook. Another Brit. Blah. Okay, yeah, there is no, he has no stats at all, like he's a brand new. So, absolute surprise. Might be professional, cannot say. He has ridden 20 kilometers, so yeah. A Latvian guy, let's see. Oh, he did the same race what I did. Let's see what was his time there. Okay, I'm in. Not bad. I mean, it's half a minute slower than mine, but that depends on the group you're in. But he maintained high wattage for the whole race, so yeah. He's probably quite powerful. And he's much younger, so we are at least 6 people. 7, no. 8. Okay. Maybe I'll get dropped in the first 200 meters. I will do my best. Norwegian guy. Private, cannot see any data. Okay, we're getting more people now. And the Rich Castelli, he's, yeah, affiliated with the race series, as it's Castelli Race Series. I don't know, maybe the organizer needs to have someone always racing in the races that they organize. I guess otherwise Zwift will drop them. Okay, I guess it'll be a good race. Plenty of people now.
getting more excited. I'm almost too cold. Three minutes. Also a couple of guys from US. Yeah, there's plenty of high 400s now in the race. Yeah, I think the C rank is always very surprising. Because you can have people there who have absolutely crazy, like, this flat power for the flats, but they cannot do well in the hills, and yeah, they stay somewhere in this 400 bracket. And they can absolutely destroy people and in races like this. Because then in B and I guess even in the A, depending of course who joins, but you might have people who are just very light. They have a good power, but they might not have really any serious sprint or yeah, a sustain at the 300, 350 watts, which would make them drop during the flats even potentially, if yeah, there was a breakaway. And they would just catch up on the hills like instantly. Very tough to ride against someone who can do like 5 watts per kilo by going barely in the zone 2 or high in zone 2. I think like for me the total upper end of zone 2 I will be 2.5 watts or something. I think the peak of zone 2 is somewhere around 220 for me. At least that's what I've done as my zone 2 based on all the training. The longest I've done at that race has been like 3 hours. It's doable, it gets uncomfortable, but yeah, heart rate stays quite controlled. Hopla. Let's not forget I didn't have my overlays on. It's actually nice in the Zwift app. You can see also the wattages of people at a watts per kilo all the time. Let's stick to them. A little bit closer. Just deep into the pack. Say watts. That's best for me. Hoopla.
Of course it goes like this until the end. Won't give me a good 20-minute power. And yeah. I'm sure there will be people doing breakaways and I will catch up. Or die trying. Let's do more cheese. Hopla. I'm toast. And maybe the draft meter, the gauge, helps a bit against searching. Because I often see someone go and I hammer. But if I have really good draft, it's usually totally pointless. Unless they are really hitting like 5-6 watts per kilo. But most likely they just got a bit of a slingshot. Well, someone's pushing a little bit at least. I mean, I'm not worried that he alone gets away. But 2 people, different story. I'll happily help the rest to catch up. Now the point is up. Power up. I wonder how long he's gonna go. Okay, he slowed down. Try to do a solo breakaway. But it's pointless now to do anything. We are all together. It's hard to plan such things in races like this. You have to hope that someone realizes early enough you wanna do it. And yeah, so you don't have to pull too long alone, and then someone else will come and keep the pace up. I cannot say if they're already tired people or not, because we're still in a small, tight pack. Everyone wants me to pull. Or someone else to pull, not necessarily me. Well, if you do, okay. If he does a 4 point something for 2 minutes, I can probably try to create a split afterwards. There are a few people already a bit far. Yeah, I mean, he's not trying. Again, he's not gonna maintain it alone. We have a lot of eager riders. pushing me out of the draft. Damn it. Maybe I will catch up. Let's see if we can do a breakaway already. But fuck my heart rate. Yeah, I've just got a couple of people. But they are catching. Let's just draft a while. But yeah, it's really hard to create a proper breakaway here. I mean, I will not keep this long, just to see what they do. But yeah, no one wants to transition to the pull. It's so nice to sit in the draft. But maybe we can at least cause some pain. Yeah, Hollins is just behind. He could. Okay, someone's taking. Sean, US guy. But he's easing, hoping someone else. We can slow down to 160, then I can do another pull. But they are all together almost. We drop a couple. Now he's making big pulls, but I don't know if I should immediately catch up, because we need more than 2. Let's catch up. But he hopes I will continue. I will not. Yeah, I don't know how to do the 2-man breakaway. You'd have to alternate so often. I'm not. This early in the race, I'm not confident that I could recover enough between the pulls. Let's see if he broke few at least. Ah, okay, he wants to pull. But yeah, I should not let someone pull too far. I think I burned too many matches by pushing the 4500. So you should always stay within draft. I should have just happily stayed in the mid pack since the beginning. There were 10 people in this group, I guess, or 11. Not sure if the number counts me, but it's very hard to create a split here. But I'm sure at the hills, that's where it will happen. We have a couple of lighter riders. They have to be ready to hit 500-600 watts there for a short while. Let me in the draft. Especially at this kind of pace, I absolutely want to be in the draft. It's like perfect for recovery if I can actually get a draft at 200 watts still. Hopla. Trying to get away downhill. That's daring. Because the pack will go really fast downhill. Ah, he's pushing. I don't know where near enough. Yeah, the Norwegian guys doing quite a heavy wattage often, or high watts per kilo. Like he's going at 4. I don't know if he's like pushing. That always scares me. They might be able to do really good numbers in the hills. Because when we are just packed up, no one will push more than they have to until someone wants to try some kind of breakaway. But I don't think there's any sense until the hills. And this is fast enough for me that, yeah, there's nothing I can do solo here for a breakaway. It's still too long to go after the hill. Just have to pay attention to the power numbers. But yeah, now my prediction for the placement is so out of the window. There's so many more people joined in now. I'm just rolling down. Another little climb. Do we see any killer numbers? Not really. But it's so shallow. It's too draftable. Want to get close enough. Yeah, a couple of people. Second. Yep. Yeah, it's on the next climb if at all. Or it goes to sprint finish. But that's one tactic. Getting a lot of speed here. And then try to pull uphill. So getting the over 60 here, I guess. But no one is trying. Yeah, we got the numbers now closely. See if anyone tries anything funny business. Yeah, all in 6. Just breaking the attacks. frustrating him. But somewhere here, maybe 2 kilometers ago, someone should hit somewhere between 300 and 400. That would probably drain the legs from most people. Unless you get to drift nicely. I mean, now would make sense for me to continue. That's too long. I cannot. I have to hold it, sticks up and pulls. It's too risky, I think. I just need him to pull a little. I think I'm killing his legs. While destroying my own as well. Bit of downhill. Come on. Take the wheel. If you want to maintain the end. I wonder if I try long 600-meter sprint. Let's give to the wheel. Now he wants me to go. Well, pretty good tactics.
Oh, had a bit more staying power. Oh. Let me just hide the sauce. Okay. 298 watts. Not bad. Ooh. Let's do a bit of cooldown. Come on. Too much sweat on the phone. Doesn't work. Ah, come on. That's even more sweaty. Get it. Translate really good. Yeah, I was worried at the sprint. If he had more staying power, he would have taken. The draft is so huge there. I should have used my controllers. But yeah, he was trying to do it so much more often. But yeah, it really depends. Because then it depends so much on who is more greedy. Like, you have two guys in a breakaway with still like 10 plus kilometers to go. Who would have had to, like, yeah, you want to be the one who rests more, because if it goes until the end, if you do more work, it's gonna be brutal. So I would have done definitely better if I had gone in second for the sprint. But yeah, I didn't pay any attention to power actually. 9:49, 5 seconds. Well, like I said, it has to be at least close to 1,000. 1 minute 5:12. Okay, 5 minutes 6:38. That is probably 90-day PB. And 20 minutes also definitely 90-day PB. Let's see. Where do I get to the... the critical power. So here was an actual PB, that's cool. And it's not far, yeah. I mean, this doesn't count, that's just rolling. Yeah, okay. I think it's exactly like 2:15, 2:14 was the went up, right? Yeah. But yeah, 1 minute is actually so rare to get in a race. I don't know. The 680 or whatever it was from me, that's just from the Zwift Academy, where you have one effort and that's 1 minute. You warm up for that and then do the effort. But I'm happy with the result for sure. Did not quite expect winning. I mean, I might be predicted. I might have had the highest race score, but yeah, it was a strong group overall.
But yeah, until next time. I don't know if I will do it every week, no idea. But I mean, I think I will want to do the second race of the Zwift, whatever it's called, Zwift, not Unbound, Unlocked. So the second race of the Zwift Unlocked. Maybe on Sunday I will do the long ride. I have a 3 hour and 3.5 hour ride. I might do that one and then jump to a pacer bot for the remaining time, just to get some unlocks. But that's it. My race score went up, 512. Cool, from 492, so up by 20. Nice. Until next time. Okay, I don't know if the stream deck will shut it down, so I will go via here.